Hello everybody. In this video, we will discuss about Agile Supply Chain Management. Agile Supply Chain Management focuses on building flexibility and adaptability into all the supply chain processes. This makes the process easily uh, accessible and more responsive to any change in demand, supply or market conditions. So it's nothing but the entire supply chain system has to be highly responsive and highly adaptable to any kind of change that is happening in the market ecosystem. So why is it important for today's business environment to be agile? One, the market dynamics is rapidly changing and so are customer expectations. So in order that we thrive all these rapid changes as a brand, it is important that we be agile so that we are able to survive and grow in all these disruptions and changes that are happening. So agile supply chain management focuses on rapid responses to changes, collaboration and information sharing, flexibility in production and distribution, and customer-centric approach. As such, this is a system where all the partners work in collaboration. They share all the information that is available so that any change in one place would easily be understood by all the partners and everybody would be able to change accordingly. And all the entire production and distribution process has to be flexible in order that the system is agile, because only if the system is flexible, one change, the changes that follow would be able to easily adapted by the system. What are the key principles of agile supply chain management? One is customer focused. The entire supply chain management process in an agile system should focus on the customer. The entire system has to be adaptable. It has to be constructed in a way that it can easily accommodate to any kind of changes. Collaboration. There has to be sharing, collaboration and trust between all the supply chain partners with respect to information, data and anything of that sorts. Visibility and transparency. There has to be transparency of the entire process has to be transparent and visible to all the players in the supply chain. Innovation. This is the most important principle of agile, because if the supply chain has to be agile, it has to come up with some innovative strategy. It has to follow some innovative strategy that would make it stand out from all other competitors so that this system would be able to thrive such a competition. So there are multiple agile supply chain frameworks, like a few are demand sensing and forecasting, flexible manufacturing and production, dynamic inventory management, responsive distribution and logistics, agile information systems, etc. All these would be discussed in detail in a different video. Considering an overview, demand sensing and forecasting is all about accurately predicting the demand and making the process, the entire manufacturing and production process flexible. Once the entire manufacturing and production process becomes flexible, the inventory would also turn dynamic, because if the manufacturing is flexible, there may be a sudden shortfall in production or there may be a sudden increase in production, which would have an impact on the inventory. So the inventory should also be dynamic. The entire logistics and distribution process that follows should be responsive to the needs of the customers and to the market demands. Plus, there has to be a very well constructed agile information system. There has to be very well constructed information sharing, data sharing and technological interventions happening in order that the entire process goes with the right flow. Why is it important for an agile supply chain management to exist? One, market changes. The entire market ecosystem is very dynamic. So in order that we have better responsiveness to market changes, we need to work in an agile system. An agile supply chain would enhance customer satisfaction. It would be of great help in reducing costs and inventory levels. If the system happens to be agile, we would gain a competitive advantage over the other partners. If we practice an agile methodology in supply chain, we may be more resilient to any kind of disruption that is coming forth. What are the common challenges and implementations that we would face in implementing agile strategy? First is resistance to change. The entire system may not be comfortable with this sudden change that is happening. There may be lack of visibility and coordination between the different units of the system. Plus, it may become really impossible to integrate all the systems and processes into one unit. So how do we overcome all these? One, we may have an executive sponsorship and leadership. We may have an executive leader who understands the system clearly and communicate it rightly to the customer, communicate it rightly to all the players in the supply chain. Second, cross-functional collaboration. There has to be a collaborative working of all the teams happening. Third is continuous improvement and learning. We have to make sure that all the players in the supply chain are continuously learning and growing. So, like we've discussed, it is important that a supply chain becomes agile in order to thrive the changes in the market. We have to embrace these agile practices, and only then we may see a sustainable and organic growth in the supply chain market ecosystem.